Welcome everyone to another awesome showdown. I hope you're having a fantastic week, and today we are going to be having Khorne and Captain Morgan going up against the Ogres and World Beater. So starting here for the Ogre Kingdoms at the front, mass range. So we are going to have the double man-eater Ogre pistols backed up here by double lead belchers. So really good range, armor piercing, and so much devastating damage in the front. At the rear, 2 units of the saber tusks on the left, 2 on the right, and then a mixture of Noblars inside the Ogre Ball dual weapon, so 4 here along the main battle line. For the Lord Choice in the middle, we are going to have a Slaughtermaster of the Great Maw. Here he is going to be having nothing specific here. It looks like he's just going to be having one spell, which is Bone Crusher, so rather cheap and cheerful. Very interesting coming from World Beater. More fine cavalry in the bag here, the armor piercing variant. Very, very strong. Not too heavy on the armor, but still, look at them. They look absolutely fantastic, and I can't wait to see them getting in and amongst most of the Khorne units. So here from Captain Morgan, over on the right hand side, we are going to have Flesh Hounds. 3 units, very, very strong. They do come with physical resistance and pretty good weapon stats indeed. They're very, very powerful in the Khorne roster. At the front, 4 units of the Khorne Halberd, anti-large armor piercing, very good up against the Ogre Kingdoms. And now a bit of a surprise, we are going to come with the double Minotaur great weapons. Now of course, bonuses large and armor piercing is going to be very, very strong. But of course, only 16 models, and we have lead belchers, we have man-eater Ogre pistols that are in the roster that can certainly rip down Minotaurs of Khorne. So it's going to be very interesting to see how they perform. In the back, we are going to have Uhtred of Bebbanburg, the man, the myth, the legend with that ginormous shield. It is goddamn flipping huge, but he is going to be having the Gate of Khorne here for the Bloodletter summon. Over on the left-hand side, we are going to be having the Bloodthirster as the Lord Choice today, and he's going to be flapping with pure gangstery. So he's going to be here with just the Deathbringer, so nice and cheap. Of course, physical resistance, great stats, 95 speed in the sky, making him very, very powerful indeed. So as we charge on here, we shall see some good shots coming into the front line. And something that I thought was quite interesting is that we volleyed everything into just this single unit of Khorne Halberds. Now they're going to be going down to half health. More volleys coming through now. Of course, it's good to delete 1 unit, but actually, you know, kind of moving the majority of the damage throughout all of the units of the Halberds might have been a little bit more prudent. So charging in the front here with absolutely no protection. The man-eater is getting compromised by the Flesh Hounds, and they've only got 40 armor, so 65 weapon strength is going to be doing brilliant damage up against the man-eater Ogre pistols, and now they have to retreat. Saber tusks charge in, and you know, it's pretty 50-50 in this fight. They do have more weapon strength, but physical resistance here for the Flesh Hounds can be pretty good. Minotaurs are very fast though, 56 speed. They're going to be getting in the front and they will chew through Ogre pistols and pretty much any Ogre balls. So they're going to do some great damage. They're going to retreat here just a little bit, and now in come the Halberds. They're going to be a little bit slow. We have slowed down the DPS coming from the Ogre roster. A summon here of the Bloodletters of Khorne in the back, and they have great armor piercing value. Regardless if you're cavalry or just general infantry, you're going to do some great value indeed. In the back, we actually have more Flesh Hounds. Great surround here coming from Captain Morgan as he compromises the man-eater Ogre pistols. And in the back, we're on the lead belchers, and we do get a Terrify thanks to the Exalted Bloodthirster. Deathbringer going down 870 weapon strength there with splash damage is going to be very powerful indeed, and that Terror is super handy. Now, we do see the Morfang Cavalry. They're going to use their massage to try and bring in the big Exalted Bloodthirster, but only time will tell if he can tear out them quick enough. In the middle, we are going to have Khorne Halberds fighting up against the Ogre Ball dual weapons. Noblar's really trying to dissipate the amount of DPS coming on top of the big boys, but I don't know if it's going to work, and this is not a great fight here. 70 armor, we do have 25 armor piercing per model there for the Saber Tusks, but these are all anti-large, mass weapon strength. They're going to kill models very, very quickly here. They're going to immediately rampage, and it's probably not good here for the backside of the Saber Tusks. In the back, we are going to have firing lead belchers into the left-hand flank of the Minotaurs with great weapons, and in the middle, Flesh Hounds still going to be compromising, fighting and rampaging these Saber Tusk packs. Morfang Cavalry could do with being a little bit more mobile around the battlefield, maybe trying to fight and rear charge perhaps up against some of these Halberds could be quite helpful. In the middle, Flesh Hounds still going to be compromising the man-eater Ogre pistols alongside the Exalted Bloodthirster. Now, if we could get some of the cavalry around, and, you know, maybe create a screen here for the man-eater Ogre pistols, this is where we could start using some of the range, but we just don't have enough infantry tools to help out the backline range. Saber Tusk is going to be rampaging, kind of really suffering up against the Flesh Hound. Halberds now going to be chasing off the Noblars and the dual weapons, and there we go. 1 unit of Minotaur's great weapons have fallen, and it's not going to be too good here for Khorne. Balance of power is going to be pulling very slightly in the Khorne favour. In the middle, we do see the Lord Choice. He's not going to be too happy here. Now, if we did have the Blood Cleaver, be very good with healing into combat, and with his splash animations, and then also just his pure mass pushing through is going to be very, very handy indeed. And this is not a good blob. Overcasting here for bucketloads of armor piercing. Look at the damage coming down here on the Khorne halberds. Fantastic work there coming out of World Beater. But now here we come in, Captain Morgan bringing in the Exalted Bloodthirster. We do actually terrify the Lord Choice. Bloodcleaver meaning he's not going to be getting any healing, and if he breaks and shatters, this could be the end of the game. In the pocket, the Manister Ogre pistols do get away. We do have Uhtred on the side though, he could get through, but we do have those armor piercing shots firing into the backside of the Exalted Bloodthirster. Lord Choice does shatter. That's really, really unfortunate. If he dies here, negative 16 leadership is going to go map wide here for the Ogre Kingdoms, and they're not in a great state here to take that kind of punishment. Now, in the middle, we do see some Khorne halberds. They are going to be falling to the dual weapons. Noblars here also backing that up, so we could be breaking a few of the heavily armored infantry in the middle. Minotaur Great Weapon's going to be firing in, but we do manage to compromise the lead belchers here with the Lord Choice. 95 speed and that mobility, very, very powerful indeed. Minotaur Great Weapons will be winning in combat. We're going to be chewing down here up against the Morfang Cavalry. Saber-tucks do charge in as well, but it looks like here the Minotaurs have enough melee attack to finish off the big boys. That is going to be shatter. That is going to be army losses. GG's, and well played here to the fantastically small but fast, efficient force of Captain Morgan. Now, as you can see, we have just a small force here compared to the mass of Ogre Kingdoms, but of course a lot of these Noblars are going to suffer. They're really not going to be able to challenge up against the Khorne halberds and also the Minotaurs with the great weapons. Now, they do dissipate a lot of the damage away from the Ogre Balls, but we can see here, probably still not getting the value you'd hope, considering you're also putting an extra 200 gold value on top of that. Now, we do see the Slaughtermaster of the Great Maw. Really would like to see a Blood Cleaver for him. Getting that healing is really, really handy. Keeps him nice and tip-top shape. So if we do come down here with a bit of a swoop with the Bloodthirster, he's going to be looking just a little bit healthier. But still, 840 there for him. Very, very cheap. And that spell was brilliant. That Bone Crusher, which was overcast coming down here on the warriors with the halberds, was incredible for sure. 850, 772 for the Man-Eater Ogre pistols, and it's like 250 and 770 for the lead belchers. Maybe too much range here, I think, and also the cavalry is incredibly expensive. I do wonder maybe if, you know, taking out 2 of these and maybe adding in more cavalry or bringing in some extra elements to the battlefield, maybe some iron guts, etc., could have been quite nice. But 608 there for the Morfang Cavalry, which are very expensive. 340, 430, 470, and 260 for the dual weapons, with the Saber-Tusk coming in at 340, 460, 660, and 22. So overall, pretty good there for the Saber-Tusks. 180, 86, 150, and 130 there for Noblars, which, you know, considering their 200 gold cost, really lack melee stats and AP. It's pretty damn good indeed, pretty damn good. So the Exalted Bloodthirster, 2,254, very strong indeed. 260, 1,750 for the Minotaur Great Weapons, very, very strong. 670, 940, 270, and 1,057. Uhtred coming in at 540 with also the Summon. 250, 1,000, and 750 there for the Fleshhounds of Khorne. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this game. If you did, please smash that like button. It would really help here on the channel. Do feel free to leave a comment down below with all your thoughts and opinions, but of course do be respectful, please. And if you haven't already, do feel free to subscribe. You can also check out that description where you're going to find all my other social media platforms, including Twitch, and then also that Discord. Otherwise, I've been your boy Logic. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all very, very soon.